Every artist has that one device that blends into their routine without asking for attention. For us, that has been the Artist 13.3 Pro. We spent enough time with the original to know how it behaves under pressure. But when version 2 came out, it opened a new set of questions for us. And instead of guessing, we wanted to see everything from a user's point of view to understand if the upgrade shifts comfort, speed, or accuracy for you. So let's get started. Now, before we talk numbers, we want to start with the part that actually hits you first when you set the Artist 13.3 Pro on your desk: the build. We used this tablet across so many projects that it went through: set work, long editing sessions, and full animation days. And the funny thing is, the build never gave us that cheap or fragile feel. Once you place it on the stand, it stays steady. It sits low enough to keep your wrist angle natural and high enough to see the panel without lifting your neck every 2 seconds. And once we got hands-on with the version 2, the shape felt very familiar. So your muscle memory does not need a reset. The main thing you notice is the metal backplate on the version 2. It adds a firmer feel and better heat control. But if we talk about real-life use, the original never overheated on us. Even during long sessions with heavy brushes and multiple layers, the temperature stayed stable. So as far as build, the original holds up far better than most people expect at this price. Now, as for screen, both offer a 1920 by 1080 Full HD panel with full lamination. And that lamination matters. It removes that visual gap between the glass and the pixels, which gives you the feeling that your strokes sit exactly on the surface. We always appreciated that in the original, and the version 2 maintains that same experience. We never felt like we had to aim or adjust for parallax. However, the colour accuracy on the original is rated at 88% NTSC, and honestly, we expected that to fall short once we compared it to our calibrated monitors. But the surprise is this: after a bit of colour profile adjustment, the colours matched our monitors well enough for actual client work. Now, the version 2 pushes colour further with 99% sRGB and deeper Adobe RGB coverage. And yes, you notice the improvement when you blend soft gradients or create warm lighting. It holds those transitions with more precision. Now let's talk about the part that changed the experience the most: the stylus. The original uses the XPPen pen. It is reliable, comfortable, and accurate for 8,100 at 92 pressure levels. We used it for everything from line cleanup to painting, and never felt like it limited our control. You press lightly and it responds. You press harder and it builds naturally, very predictable. The version 2 brings the X3 Pro Smart Chip Stylus, which pushes the sensitivity up to 16,000 levels and lowers the initial activation force to around 3 grams. And while the pressure number itself does not magically transform your art, the lower activation force absolutely affects the feel under your hand. Fine strokes appear sooner, light shading feels smoother. The pen tip also retracts with less delay, which gives your muscle memory a more direct response. And while we still prefer the slightly firmer feel of the XPPen for long sketch sessions, the version 2 stylus feels more refined once you start working with details. So if you draw a lot of hair strands, eyelashes, fabric lines, or anything that depends on subtle transitions, the version 2 stylus offers more comfort. Another part many artists overlook is the surface, the original Artist. 13.3 Pro has a slicker feel. If you love glass-like smoothness, you might enjoy it. For us, the lack of friction made strokes glide faster than we liked, so we depended on anti-glare film to add resistance. On the other hand, version 2 has a more natural texture by default. You get a slight grain that gives friction without slowing your hand, and for us that made it more comfortable during longer sessions. But again, with the film on, the original gets close enough to feel like a practical drawing surface. Both units share the red dial and 8 shortcut keys. Our team uses the dial for brush size, zoom and rotation, which speeds up a ton of small actions during work. The good part is that version 2 keeps the same layout, so you do not relearn muscle memory. But the version 2 stylus supports Pen ID, which allows different shortcut profiles. That can help if multiple people share the device or if you switch tasks often. We like that when bouncing between illustration and color grading. And here is a part many people forget. The original uses the 3-in-1 cable, which works fine but fills ports quickly. That cable also limits how far you can place the tablet on your desk. The version 2 supports single USB-C connection for a cleaner setup. So if you value desk freedom or travel frequently, that one change makes a real difference. Now here is where our long-term use shaped the verdict. The original one went through years of work with us. It held up during character sheets, full illustrations, storyboard passes, and long retouching sessions. And through all that, we rarely felt the need for more precision or more pressure control. The strokes stayed consistent, the screen stayed clear, the driver stayed stable after updates, and the form factor made it easy to slide into our workflow without rearranging the whole desk. And the version 2, well, it felt like refinements rather than replacements. The pen is smoother, colour is richer, and texture feels more natural, but the original still delivers pro-level results without hesitation. So here is our take after living with both. If you already have the Artist 13.3 Pro and you feel happy with how it performs day to day, you do not need to rush toward the version 2. The original still brings a dependable pen, a solid laminated display, and a workflow that fits into any desk setup. But if you want a more sensitive pen response, a cleaner cable setup, and richer colour for detailed work, the version 2 earns that upgrade. For most of you, the original stays a trusted partner. For those who want finer control and smoother texture, the version 2 becomes a refined next step. So that's all from us. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more reviews.